Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs will have some work to do after that short return. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Mississippi State going up tempo. From the gun, the ground game. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Right back to the well. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll try to snap it quickly. Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Twin receivers on both sides of the field. It's 2nd and 4. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Gadecki. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here to westward. So Texas's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. In plus territory, not really much of a decision to make there. They had to go for it, and it paid off.
Yeah, they know points are going to be at a premium in this game, so they're going for it here, no doubt. Nice job picking up the first, and now putting a lot of pressure on this defense.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff to the single running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And he'll be brought down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this league there if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around. Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close, punching.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. The AT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they're going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks.
You just can't go backwards. There he did, and they swarmed him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
The returner brings it out to the 34, and the Texas offense will take over.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
Racing down the left side. At the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Mississippi State right back to the line. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He gets it away from his own end zone. And they'll mark it down at the 30.
And what a game-changing play right there, because it looks like he's going to flip the field with a really good punt return, but then he coughs it up, and just like that, the offense is back on the field.
The option look. Now the toss. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Finds a man on the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats.
Mississippi State 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Barges ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to add another. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Dropping back, it's Gadecki. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll try the run. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. The give to the left. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. On the run, it's snap. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, probably.
Yeah, and
off he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that pass intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Line gets set, 1st down. The give out of the gun. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get 1st downs and hopefully move the football.
Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They've got 4 receivers out there, 2 on either side on 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Gadecki. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. And they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Going to the ground. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. Still running at the 40. Just plowing ahead. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give to the back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw. It's Algier. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They are perfect on 4th down so far in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They believe they can run right here.
Ball carried by the running back. Gain of 1.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Handoff from the gun. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. FIU handled its business today, and given what this week was like in Miami, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Safeties are in the back, and they have so much ground to cover. You see them. They can go sideline to sideline. Great job reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, going making the big turnover.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job up by the defense that time, getting a hand in there, knocking that ball away.
Working that left side now. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got his man quickly. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And the Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20. They're going to throw it again. Quick completion on the out route. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Unloads quickly, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
37, Mississippi State, 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Back to pass, it's Gadecki. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away.
On to kick it away.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Texas offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the... He's going to let it go. He's got it down the left. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's going to pass. They'll run the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Mississippi State going up tempo.
2nd down coming up.
Looking to throw, it's Gadecki. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit.
Number 15, on to punt it away.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. He's got it down the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get to it. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Starting this third quarter on the ground. At the 35, he's loose. Flying out to the left. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've...
Can anyone catch him? That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Throws to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. The give to the tailback. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wants to throw. It's Gadecki. Dances away from the heat. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can...
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Safe completion on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Line gets set. First down. Now they'll run it on the toss. At the 35, he's open. Running toward the tape. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Gets it out fast. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the 1st.
Gets it out quickly. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
They'll run the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent, and this one's over.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Mississippi State, 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Quickly complete. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. The lone back's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to run for it. And the Longhorns will move the sticks.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
Extending the play. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. They'll try it over the left side. Got room at the 35. Oh, look out. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the pummeling has started. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas, 72. Mississippi State, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The give from the gun. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Gadecki. Got the quick pass. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. Past the sticks and still on his feet. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes a handoff. It's Knapp. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Toss to the outside. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Went to the running game on first down, now 2nd down. Try to get it to the edge. At the 40, there he goes. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense set for a first down play. They'll try the outside to the left. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Here comes the option. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try to get outside. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He's right on target. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job.
Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it on? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
On the option. Got room to work. He's loose. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Right back to the well. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. That gives him 100 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. The Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Looking to throw, it's Gadecki. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Setting up the screen. Oh, he not only blows it up, he picks it off. Touchdown, Texas! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Getting some heat.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
The give to the back. It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He chucks one out to the right. Pulls it in inside the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his own 20. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Going up top on first down. He finds his man. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. To the air, it's Gadecki. Pressure coming. Flushed out of the pocket. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Feeling some heat. And they can't make the play on third down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. Oh, what a move. This guy is a daring punt return. Settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Texas offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Now on first down from the 43. This is a designed run. Got a little space. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. The Longhorns will snap it on first and 10. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on the option. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some.
And it's sucked out. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll ride his man on the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Coming after it. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Gadecki. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Gets open down the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. And they'll mark this one at the 20-yard. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to get the edge on the right. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Yeah, and they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can turn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the beatdown has ensued. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Just complete.